Ew, okay.
Pretend you're happy to be here. Pretend you like me. Wait, go for it.
I don't know your intro. Do you have like a specific intro? Oh God, I'm such a bad friend. Hello guys, welcome back to Michaela's BookTube. It's okay.
Yeah, you're so good at this.
I'm
Okay.
sweating a lot.
This is the lovely Taylor. She is my bestest friend, and we are going to be doing, oh crap, what's the challenge?
Judge a book.
The Judge a Book by its cover tag. I'm so good at this. So, Taylor, tell them a little bit about yourself.
I don't know a lot about books, so this should be interesting. I like movies. I don't want to say that. Oh no!
Ouch.
Movies are fun.
Okay.
But books are fun too. I like fanfics. I don't know.
That totally counts. Okay. So, I've chosen 10 random books. We're gonna see what she thinks. So, I'm just gonna go in order of the stack. The first one is Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven. You've actually read something by this author.
I've read a Niven book. I have.
Okay, go for it.
This is Everything Here? No. Ooh, yikes. That's Nicola Yoon. Who did I read by Niven? What was Niven's book?
Tell me about it.
So,
What's it
this
about?
is called Holding Up the Universe.
Mm-hmm.
This book...
Wait, I brought popcorn. Keep going.
This book right here is a thick book about Jack and Libby, and they love each other very much. And Libby is a strong girl who has super strength, and she has a lot of weight on her shoulders because everyone relies on her to, like, save the universe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Jack's her support. And that's what Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven is about.
That's actually a really smart explanation.
Is that right?
No. Because it's Jennifer Niven. Why would that be it? Holding Up the Universe is about these two people. I really actually don't know their names.
Jack and Libby.
It's Jack and Libby. Libby was recently named America's Fattest Teen.
Oh no!
So she does have a lot of weight on her shoulders.
Shut up!
That's why when you said that, I was like, yeah. And she's recently, like, lost a lot of weight, and now she's going back into public school.
It's so bad.
And then Jack is, like, one of the most popular guys in school, but he has this condition that makes him face blind. So, like, he can't recognize people by their faces, only by, like, their hair or, like, the way they walk or something like that. And it's how they interact.
That's cute.
I actually haven't read this yet because I've heard terrible things about her first book and I didn't want to do it. So, I mean, I have it. Next book. Ooh, this is a good one. Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I will show you. Here's an extra bonus. You cannot read the dust jacket still, but I will show you this. The illustration.
Okay, I think I know. This book is the book adaptation of the Kelly Clarkson single Since You've Been Gone, except lesbians. Am I right?
That's a perfect explanation.
So they're next door neighbors probably, who've been going to school together since they were little, and then one of them realizes she likes the other one, and then she probably has a boyfriend, honestly, and then she moves away, and she's like, my lesbian lover, oh no. Okay, I'll change it up a little bit.
Okay.
Her friend's moving away. It's like Aquamarine. And they have a list of things they have to do before she leaves. And that's what this is.
Okay. All right. You're actually kind of onto something there. So, Since You've Been Gone, not about lesbians. I'm sorry.
Oh, that is so disappointing.
I'm sorry. I do have a couple other lesbians in this pile, though.
Okay.
But this one in particular is not about lesbians. However, it is about best friends. They have been best friends for a long time. And one of them, like, disappears suddenly. Her and her whole family. Her and her parents just, like, leave one day. And then her friend gets this list in the mail, and it's things that she has to do before the summer ends.
Okay.
And she's, like, she's the quiet, shy girl that never talks to anybody. And her friend is, like, the hot, attractive, like, awesome social butterfly that everybody wants to talk to. Kind of like us. Kind of like you are, like, you talk to everybody, and I just, like, don't. That's what this is. And basically, you disappear, and I'm like, where the hell is my friend?
This is a story
This is
about
actually
us,
our life
That's
story.
actually-
So they just changed us to both be white, which why? And she figured, like, she's trying to figure out where her friend is and do the things on the list. And she meets a boy.
Oh, there's always that.
Yeah. It's a YA contemporary. What do you
Heteros.
think? Oh,
Next. Once again, I was not that far off. Like,
no, I'm
oh, Lord. Here we go. Oh, this fuck. Okay. Do you swear on your channel? I apologize.
Yes.
Take that out.
It's fine. So the next book we have here is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and she is already not impressed.
Listen, I don't have anything negative to say. It's just that you have read this.
I have.
Definitely read this book.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you remember the synopsis is the question.
No. Swords. Okay, I think I know.
Okay. All right.
Game of Thrones could never, according to Michaela. It is.
I have never watched or read Game of Thrones, so I cannot say that.
Throne of Glass is a book. I didn't read it! It has to do with spirits and magicians. And it is a dystopian novel. It's very exciting. There's an adventure to go on. Enemies. Like Moana on crack.
I knew you were going to bring that into this.
Yeah, that's my final
answer?
Yes.
Okay, I think,
once again, not far off.
I think that's the farthest you've been, but you were still right about a couple things. So, Throne of Glass is about this woman right here, Selena.
Selena
Sargothian. She is an assassin.
Oh, a twist.
And it is a fantasy.
Okay.
And there's like hints of magic and stuff. And later in the series, I'm told that there's like magical things, but I haven't gone further. But yeah, you were decently.
I love assassination.
This one is called My Sister Rosa by, who's it by? Justine Larbalestier. I don't know. Justine.
Is it dark? Like, have you read it?
It's dark. I have not read it, but it is dark.
Okay, because like I don't want to like say something like okay.
No, it's dark.
So this is usually what like therapists show you, like ink blots or is it blots?
Yeah, ink blot test.
Yeah, and that's what it looks like. And so I'm assuming that there is a leading character. We'll call them because we don't know, and they are struggling a lot in their life. And basically she or he or them go to therapy sessions, and he or they talks to said therapist, and as they begin their story to their therapist, it goes like somewhere in the book, you know?
That's actually...
Oh, it's about a sister! I forgot about the title. So I'm assuming... I don't want to assume anything. But maybe Latinas. Her name's Rosa. That's it's about a sister.
Can you do that for me again? Okay.
It's about a sister. And her name's Rosa. And she talks to her therapist about her sister who died.
So, My Sister Rosa is about this... I think he's like 17. This 17-year-old kid. A male, yes. Who has a sister named Rosa, and I think she's like 12, and she's a psychopath. And she like tortures animals, like everything. She's crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And he's trying to convince his parents that she's crazy so that she doesn't become a serial killer.
So it's like Phineas and Ferb, but like the dark version.
Sure.
Yeah, like it is.
Okay. The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson.
Is thick.
Yes, she is thick double C.
What if the Dark Lord won? Oh my gosh, I think I know. I'm gonna pretend that this book is about Voldemort, and this is Hogwarts, and this is, instead of Harry Potter winning at the end of Deathly Hallows, it's Voldemort, and he took over the Magical Kingdom universe, and Harry's fucked.
Okay, alright. Can you explain to the people how much experience you have with Harry Potter?
Butterbeer, and Hakuna Matata. I don't know anything about Harry Potter. You know this, bitch. you know
I know this. They don't know
Patricus Totalis. Boy who lived comes to die. And then they jump off the building.
Okay, Taylor has watched 7 out of the 8 movies.
I watched them, but I didn't pay attention while I was watching, so I can't tell you what it's about.
And she's never read the books, so...
I tried reading the book.
No, I was giving context. Okay. That's all it was. Okay, so the Final Empire is kind of like what you're describing. It's basically the asshole wins, and he has been in power for a very long time, and there's this group of rebels that are trying to overthrow him, basically. And there is fantasy. And there's like a magic system.
I haven't like gotten anything completely the other side of the coin yet.
No, you haven't. You've been pretty spot on. I think you might know what this one is.
I know. There's a movie.
Yes. This is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, however you pronounce it. Look at that glare. Yeah, some people say Gillian.
Who the hell?
I don't know.
All right. So this book is about a lady. She's gone. Wait. I'm trying to think about like the trailer in my head. So this girl's gone and this guy has to find her.
Just come up with something different. Don't try to get it on the nose. Just like, tell me what you think it's about.
I'm gonna try this. Okay, so this guy and a girl are a couple, but the girl disappears and he gets another girlfriend. But he's so infatuated with the other one that he won't stop thinking about her, trying to look for her, talking to police about her. And then his new girlfriend gets jealous and tries to find her first. And like, sure, let's go with that.
So Gone Girl is about a woman who goes missing on her 5-year wedding anniversary.
No.
And the police immediately suspect her husband. And he's trying to find her and figure out where she is. And you find out a lot of things about her that are surprising. Next one. Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour.
Oh, this looks head ass. Here we go. Lord.
Can you explain to the people what head ass means for those who don't know?
Like, you know those videos? Oh, you know those videos when couples are driving in the car and like the passenger is like singing while the other one's driving and they're all up in their face talking about, I love you. Like that's head assery. I'm assuming this is like a Cinderella story, except it's a guy version and they're in New York. And let's say she was getting vegetables and she drops a tomato and the boy picks it up. And while he picks it up, his friendship bracelet comes off. And it says his friend's name. But she's a dumb bitch, and so she doesn't understand that it's his friend's name and not his. Like, it's, like, she thinks it's his name. And so she spends a lot of time trying to find him, but then she finds his friend, and then they fall in love instead.
That's very interesting. So remember those lesbian books that I was talking about?
Oh, hell yeah! Wait a minute, let me read them back. I'm very gay.
This, you know how like a lot of books that had LGBTQ characters or a lot of movies or anything are like about them like coming of age and coming out and coming to terms with themselves? This ain't that. Uh-oh. It's she's already out. She's already proud. She's already happy with herself. She don't give a shit about anybody else. And this is her like living her life. She's a set designer in LA.
Yeah. Can we talk about how there's a fanfic? No! Okay, keep going.
Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, she falls in love with a friend, I think. And I think the friend is bi. So it's like, you know, diversity. I'm really gay. I love how you said that. That's what I'm excited to hear you. It's called Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel.
Some annotations going on at the head.
Yeah, me too.
All right. I don't know. There's a lot happening. There are stars and tents and a brick wall. Is this gay too?
No. Not that I'm aware of, at least. They didn't see that. She tried to hand it back to me.
Station 11, a novel. Space. This book is about space. A group of kids.
The final frontier.
A group of kids go camping.
Okay.
And as they're camping, they see something crash on their planet from the sky. And they realize that this open field is the last place where humans can survive on Earth. And they name it Station... No, wait. There are 11 stations in which humans can survive on the Earth.
Wow.
This is just developing. And
I'm so proud of you. You should really be an author. I think you would do well.
And they're building a brick wall because people are trying to steal their supplies.
Okay.
And they're rebuilding their society. And they're trying to keep their station alive.
It's a post-apocalyptic book.
Okay, so I'm not, like, that wrong. Like, the Earth is dying in some way.
Well, the humans are dying. There was, like, a flu. And it basically killed most of the human population. And it's about this theater troupe that travel from camp to camp performing Shakespeare and playing music for the people that are still alive. The Miseducation of Cameron Post by Emily M. Danforth. Go for it, kid.
A farm. A hay.
A farm.
A hay.
A hay.
And a cow girl. The Holy Trinity has come together one last time for this book.
A farm, a hay, and a cow girl.
Okay, so this girl lives on a farm, grows up on a farm, and she doesn't know a lot about, like, the outside world and, like, what's really going on and, like, global warming and shit because, like, she lives on a farm and they don't have internet and her dad, like, carries a shotgun everywhere he goes and stuff. That's what this is. And so she finally, like, ventures out away from her dad because she realizes, like, her dad is keeping her from something. And her mom was probably sick. And she leaves and she goes to, like, a big city and, like, she doesn't know how to, like, go about things, and she doesn't understand, like, smartphones.
It sounds like you're trying a southern accent, but it's really Australian. So Cameron's gay, and she's living in 1980s Montana. Yeah. So her parents die in a car crash when she's, like, 12, and she's falling in love with her best friend.
Oh.
And I believe at one point there's a conversion camp that she's sent to.
By who? Her parents are dead.
By grandparents or aunt and uncle or some relative that she goes and lives with. And it's called The Miseducation of Cameron Post because she's educated to associate homosexuality with sin and badness and things like that. So she's basically being conditioned to hate herself. This is, like, the last official one, but I think I'm going to do a bonus one just because
I already know what this book is about.
You do?
No, but I feel confident.
All right. All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. You believe in yourself with this one. Go. Run with it.
All the light we cannot see. The sun is dead.
Okay.
The sun is gone.
The sun is gone.
And we have 30 days left to get it together.
Okay.
And so the airports are packed, people trying to get to their families, but pilots don't want to do anything because, like,
they want to be
with their families, so, like, everyone's a savage. And somehow we end up, this looks like Ireland, somewhere in Europe, a little place in the middle of the sea. Did they break off? Are they stuck? Oh no!
I like how it goes from the sun dies to everything's breaking apart, including the continents.
Disasters happening. And they all have to just live with each other for 30 days until they decide that they've had enough.
So 30 days is, like, the benchmark.
Oh, yeah.
That's when everyone just gives up.
No, the Earth is done.
Oh, like, the
She's
Earth.
like, telling everyone,
done.
like, you can do all the things you need to do in 30 days because...
She told everyone?
She told everyone.
Oh, okay.
Like, when the sun died, like...
She got on the phone and she was like, hey.
No, for real.
Okay.
She, like, you know, like, when you're at school and someone's like, Mom, can you come to the front office? That's what happened, but, like, the whole world.
I think this might be the farthest.
No!
This is a World War II now.
Oh, Jesus.
And it's about a Nazi youth.
All right.
Figuring out that he does not agree with everything that Hitler says, and a blind French girl who becomes a key part of the French resistance. But yeah, I think that's the farthest you've been. It was funny though. I liked it. It's
I
a
like
good
mine better.
It's a good movie plot. You should pursue that. Okay. Actually, the last one, and I'm so excited to see what she thinks this is because I hated this book. Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. Go for it.
They say she'll always be there. No, I can read that part.
Okay.
They say she'll always be more gunpowder than girl. The desert has other plans. This girl does not agree with her society.
Okay.
She's a rebel.
Uh-huh.
She steals, she lies, she does what she has to do to survive and support her family. And they banish her, and she's like, I don't care, like, I'll move on. And so she goes, and it's really just her, like, learning about life and how, like, sometimes you do have to put work into stuff, and, like, the sand eats her, and, like, she loses her horse and her gunpowder, and she realizes, like, I am not indestructible, and I can't steal everything, even though society's unfair.
That's a good one.
Is that right? Yeah.
It would have been better if it was like that. I'll tell you that much. This book is about basically this girl who, she's like a cowboy, but like in the Middle East is where it's supposed to take place. It's literally like described as a Western, but in the Middle East.
All right.
But like Middle Eastern culture, like, isn't included at all. And when it is included, it's explained really terribly and not enough. And yeah, it's kind of like fantasy, but like really poorly done and barely fantasy and more contemporary than anything. And I hated it a lot. So I'm proud of you. You should write all of those.
Which one did you want to read the most? Maybe I'll.
I think Everything Leads to You. I think the
bracelet one?
The tomato one.
The tomato one?
Yeah, that was funny.
All right, we'll see what I can't just
whip up.
Oh, can we be done? I'm in pain.
Okay, guys. That is all I have for you today. I'm gonna go ice Taylor's finger. You will see us again and in the same outfits because we're not gonna change. You know it's the same day. And what are we going to be doing? The blindfold, or the first sentence. The first sentence challenge. And I'm going to suck at it. So it's going to be great.
Wait, can I do something that I've always wanted to do?
Okay, go for it.
Little brown girl is out. Bye.
You can't steal Liza's stuff.
I can do whatever I want.